शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्ते पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्म संसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam is very, very popular in our culture. Not only this Parayanam, Gita, Narayam, Valmiki Ramayana, Sundarakanda. So, there was an experiment done, it is available on YouTube also, Sanskrit effect. So, where scientists have researched, what is the impact of traditional Vedic and Sutra chanting on the physiology. And they found a dramatic effects on the brain, and it is researched that how these brain hemispheres tend to have more gray matter, and the hippocampus, which is the area for short-term and long-term memory, that is also known to expand, and apart from that, just the sound, has that laser-like effect on the nadis, the subtle nerve channels, the neurons, and of course, there is a refreshing change, one is energized, so many effects, and we are, of course, we know these effects as Shabda Grahanam, and we are taking it to the next level, to the level of Artha Grahanam. So now, whenever we hear the chanting, or when we ourselves do the chanting, maybe some of the meanings are flashing in our minds, and then that also has a cognitive effect. So that is the beauty of most of our traditional practices and customs, which are so very healing. And so today we will go to the 54th shloka, starting with Somapaha. We will chant it first. Somapo mritapah somah purujit purusattamah Vinayo jayas satya sandho dasharha sattvatam patihi Somapo mritapah somah purujit purusattamah Vinayo jayas satya sandho dasharha sattvatam patihi. In this shloka, there are these 10 namas: Somapaha, Amritapaha, Somaha, Purujit, Purusattamaha, Vinayaha, Jayaha, Satyasandhaha, Dasharha, Sattvatam Patihi. The last 2 namas, we can take it as one nama. So, we see the first nama here is Somapaha. So, when we look at the last letter, often we get the hint for the verb in Sanskritam, which is very important. And the pa stands for what? Pibati. Pa dhatu. Pa pib. To drink. So, Somapaha is the one who drinks the Soma juice. So I told you Soma has several meanings. Soma can mean a planet, can mean the moon, can mean the nectar, all these meanings. And here, of course, we take the meaning of the nectar-like juice. Yeah. So it is believed that in this Vedic ritual called Soma Yajnaha, a very elaborate Vedic ritual, Soma Yajnaha, the juice of this creeper, Soma, is offered into the Yajna. And that is transported or received by the Devatas. And hence, Bhagavan is praised here as the one who receives the juice of the Soma plant, creeper. And in this Yajna, the one who performs this is called, Soma Yagi, the one who performs the Yajna. So when the Yajna is over, generally the Yajna Shishta, the remainder Yajna will be distributed as prasada. So the performer also gets to drink the Soma juice. But it is now converted into prasada. So here Somapaha is praised as the one who receives the Soma juice and the one who drinks it also. Earlier also we saw the performer of the Vedic ritual and who gives abundant dakshina is none other than Narayana himself. So Somapaha. And here Bhagavan is the one ultimate receiver. You know that famous Subhashitam, Akashat Patitam Toyam Yatha Gacchati Sagaram Sarvadeva Namaskaraha Keshavam Prati Gacchati. Just as all the water bodies, the rain from the Akasha, forming rivers, streams, and everything finally makes its way to the ocean. And so too, all the namaskaras, all the yajnas, even when we offer it to various devatas and have various sankalpas, but you Bhagavan, you are the ultimate receiver. Somapaha. The next nama is Amritapaha. Again, take the same dhatu, the one who drinks Amritam. So Amritam, we often hear the translation nectar of immortality, and the tussle between the devas and the asuras who fought for that pot of Amritam. Yeah, that is at the Purana level. So at the more deeper Vedantic level, na mritam iti Amritam. So Amritam is really referring to the nectar like Ananda Rupa Atma Tattvam. And so Bhagavan is praised as the one who is ever drinking or abiding in that nectarine like Atma Tattvam, Amritapaha. Then we have again Soma. So this time we will take the meaning of the moon. Yeah, and we see various manifestations of Bhagavan in the universe. Not various, everything is a manifestation of Bhagavan. And in the Gita, what has Bhagavan said? Gama vishyacha bhutani dharayam yaha mojasa pushnami chaushadhi sarvaha somo bhutva rasatmakaha. As the moon, Gam avishya, I penetrate the earth, and then I enter the foliage, the plant kingdom, and I make it all rasatmakaha with my soma. So the soma is the cooling lunar rays, or we can say it is the sap, the sap which is found in the plant kingdom, soma. So Bhagavan is praised as that soma. Then we have Purujit. Purujit, the word Puru means many or abundant, and Jit means vanquishes. So Purujit is the one who conquers or vanquishes many. Many what? All the many enemies. By the grace of Bhagavan alone, we can hope to vanquish the internal enemies. Kama Krodadibihi, Kama Kroda, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya. And of course, when we see the Avatara leaders of Bhagavan, he has conquered so many external enemies also. In the Rama Avatara, Sri Krishna Avatara. So here Bhagavan is praised as Purujit. Then we have another Nama, Purusattamaha. Sounds like Purushottamaha. Similar meaning, but it's a different nama. Puru again means many, and Sattamaha means Utkrishta, exalted, the best. So, in this entire manifold Vishwarupa, you are praised as the best, and that is Puru Sattamaha. So, which means that Bhagavan has become many. The Upanishad says, what was there before the Srishti happened? Before anything was born, even Brahmadev, what existed? So there is a mantra, Sadeva Somya Idamagre Asi. Sat Eva. That is, everything was Satyam alone. What Satyam? Paramarthika Satyam. Sadeva Somya Idam Agre Asi. Sat alone was there. Then what happened? Then there is the Jnana Tapas of Bhagavan. There is a Sankalpa Bahusyama Prajayeya. That is, Bhagavan as though takes a Sankalpa, let the one become many. That is, then the Brahmadev is born and the day of Brahma begins. So that is praised here as you are the one who has become many by your tapas, by your visualization. Then we have a simple word next, Vinayaha. Vinayaha means humility. And Bhagavan is praised here as humility. Why? Because Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha, Vidya Vinaya Sampannaha. So Bhagavan is endowed with all the specific knowledge, the detailed knowledge, and hence with true knowledge comes humility. So Bhagavan need not boast about his knowledge, and he is an embodiment of humility. And again, another meaning Acharya gives here is the one who induces humility also. Generally we see that the jivas, when small accomplishment happens, then there can be a tendency of being puffed up with pride. This is my achievement, I know so much. So Bhagavan induces humility through some lessons to be learnt in life. So that way also he is Vinayaha. Dandam Karoti, or he brings in the Vinaya in us. Then we have Jayaha. Jayaha is a simple name. Jaya means victorious. The one who enjoys absolute victory over everyone all the time. Whereas the Jiva will enjoy here and there some small success and some victory. Incidentally, Jayaha is also the name for Mahabharatam, Itihasa. And the Mahabharata starts with the first shloka, Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Before beginning the study of Jayam, that is this Mahabharata, let us offer our namaskaras to Narayana, Vedavyasa, Devi Saraswati, and Naraha. The Naraha is the Jiva, or Arjuna also we can say, who is the seeker of this knowledge. So Bhagavan is praised as the victorious, Jayaha. Then Satya Sandhaha. Satyam is Avashyam Bhavi, truth. And Sandhaha is like Sankalpa. So Bhagavan, you are Satya Sankalpavan. Whatever you undertake, your Sankalpa will never fail. And so Bhagavan is praised here as the one whose Sankalpa always comes true. Then Dasharhaha. Dasharhaha, we have the two words here, Dasha and Arha. Arha dhatu has come in chapter 2 Gita. Nashochitum arhasi. Krishna keeps telling Arjuna, you don't deserve to grieve. Nashochitum arhasi. So Arha means to deserve. And what does Dasha mean? Dasha means Danam. So Dasharha means is referring to Bhagavan who deserves all the offerings, the dhanam that one can make. Yeah. So whatever one offers to Bhagavan, we know that it always comes back, yeah, as prasada and in many, many ways, abundantly. And so here this nama means Bhagavan is the most deserving altar. Yeah? Most deserving altar, and he accepts all the gifts without comparing. Krishna never said, didn't you have anything better to offer than puffed rice to Sudama? And Sri Rama, received the berries from Shabari. So that is the non-judgmental, all-accepting attitude of Bhagavan, and he is praised as Dashar. Yeah? So it is said that the gifts and dakshinas that we give, may one give according to our capacity. No? So the one who has more can offer more. No? I often think, when these poor people, when they go to doctors, like my maid, she goes, and then she comes back complaining and she says, the consultation fee was 600. So I often think that the poor should be, asked to give lesser fees and the rich can give more. Yeah? Same thing with education. How nice it would be. No? But here, that is the thing, Bhagavan is praised as the one, no matter whatever one offers, patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, but the result will be, equally blessing to all. Because Bhagavan sees only the heart. Then the last nama here is Sattvatam Patihi. 2 words in one nama. Sattvatam refers to a group of people who follow one shastra called Sattvata. And that is a Vaishnava tradition. So where the glory of Krishna is praised and, and the Patihi. So Bhagavan here is praised as the Lord of those devotees, the Sattvata devotees, who follow this Shastra called Sattvata. That is one meaning. Second meaning is a simpler meaning as the Lord Patihi who protects and blesses the Sattvika devotees, the one who have the Nishkama Bhakti, Sattvika devotees. So these are the namas in 54th shloka. Somako mritapasomah purujit purusattamaha vinayo jayas satya sandho dashnarha sattvatam patihi. The 10 namas. Now 55. Jivo vinayita sakshi mukundo mita vikramaha. Jivo vinayita sakshi mukundo mita vikramaha. Ambho nidhiranantatma mahodadhishayuntakaha. Ambho nidhiranantatma mahodadhishayuntakaha. Yeah. So here we have only 8 namas. Jivaha, Vinayita Sakshi, 1 word with 2 possibilities. Mukundaha, Amita Vikramaha, Ambho Nidhihi, Anantatma, Mahodadhishayaha, and Antakaha. Finally, we have the word Antakaha, which also means the final one. Antakaha. So, here we have the most important familiar word, Jivaha. So, who is the Jivaha? You and me. Jivati iti Jivaha. Praniti iti Jivaha. So, the one who is alive and radiant with the prana flowing, the breath is there very much. As the manifestation of Bhagavan is a Jiva in any costume. Celestial Jiva, human Jiva, animal, bird, snake Jiva. So any Jiva Jantu who is endowed with a Upadhi. So we say the consciousness conditioned by an Upadhi is the Jiva. Yeah? Consciousness which appears to be confined with a body, Upadhi, is called the Jiva. Yeah? And so this jiva, the one with the shariram, is breathing, is a live jiva. And also we have seen that even when the life is over, potentially also in the unmanifest stage, he will be called jiva. Because there is the capacity to return to the manifest form. Yeah. So this jiva is really Ishvara. This is the main teaching, the Mahavakyam. When the Guru says Tat Tvamasi, Tvam is the jiva. So the jiva is told that yes, you have all these endowments of Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, and all these attributes and qualifications, but you are really Ishvaraha. Tat Tvam Asi. You are Tat. Yeah? And so the jiva is really Ishvara. Jiva is the Kshetrajnaha. Jiva is the eye shining in all the breathing, living jantus. Yeah? But generally the jiva yatra starts with what? Deha buddhi. Now we all take our body to be ourselves, or rather we took. Yeah, we took ourselves to be this body, nothing more. And then as the jiva yatra progresses, then there is what? Jiva buddhi, atma buddhi. I perceive that I cannot be this changing body. I cannot be the changing mind. Yeah. In fact, the body that we were born with at birth, it is no more the same body. Everything has changed apparently. All the organs are renewed, cells, and the mind has changed so much over the years. Yeah. But finally, what is the jump from the Jiva Buddhi to Brahma Buddhi? I am the limitless Chaitanya, Brahma Swarupa, who appears to be confined in this body. So really Brahma and Atma are the same, depends on the viewpoint, how we view it. Yeah? And we have come across various words for this, reflected sentience and Ihaloka, Paraloka, Gami. The Jiva is the one who will gather the mind and the sense organs, leave one body and assume another body. Yeah, that is the transmigrator. And so it's often called the Abhasa also, Chidabhasa. That is the Jiva. Then we have Vinayita Sakshi. Now this Vinayita Sakshi can be understood in two ways depending on the Sandhi. First is Vinayita plus Sakshi. Vinayita is the same meaning, humility. And Sakshi, is the witness. So Bhagavan is praised as the witness of humility. But why only humility? In fact, witness of all the gunas. Humility comes from the Sattva guna. But really, Bhagavan is praised here as the silent observer and witness of any guna and any of their manifestations. The second meaning Acharya Shankara takes is Vinayita Asakshi. The Dirgha Sandhi can happen in these two ways. Vinayita Asakshi. And the Asakshi will negate Sakshi. So, Vinayata remains the same, the humble one. And Asakshi is the one who knows nothing other than Atma. The one who knows only Atma. That is the second interpretation of Asakshi. Yeah? So again referring to the Chaitanyam, where there is only the one non-dual Atma Chaitanyam. So then we have a very popular nama, Mukundaha, beautiful nama for Krishna. And Mukundaha, notice that the means Dadati, always. So what Dadati, what does Krishna give us? Mukti, Moksha. Muktim Dadati iti Mukundaha. Yeah? By the grace of Bhagavan, we get this freedom from samsara. But this mukti has to be understood properly. We are certain everybody wants mukti. Who will not want freedom from the suffering and samsara? But what is the means to mukti? That Acharya Shankaracharya is very, very clear about it. Jnana Deva moksha. Without approaching a guru, without undertaking the discipline, initially, of course, getting adhikaritvam, then shravana, manana, nididhyasnam, alone, jnanameva moksha. And that is the mukti meant here. Yeah? So, mukundaha. Then, amita vikramaha. I told you, amita means immeasurable. It is the ma dhatu. Ma means to measure. Yeah? Mita, which we can measure. So, now here, Bhagavan is praised as, oh Bhagavan, even the Saguna Rupa of yours is amita, immeasurable. And Nirguna, of course, immeasurable, limitless. So, in either way, we see any manifestation, you are amita vikramaha. Vikrama is like, a record. So, your record cannot be beaten by anyone. It is unmatched. Amita vikramaha. Vikrama we saw earlier, as prowess, strength. So, same thing, whether you take a guna of Bhagavan or a manifestation, it is amita, immeasurable. Yeah? Then we have ambho nidhihi. Nidhihi is a treasure or a repository. And ambas is waters. So, you are the abode of all the water bodies. In chapter 10 Gita, Vibhuti Yoga chapter, Bhagavan said, Sarasam asmi sagaraha. Remember, we heard the story of the Ganga Avataranam, how Ganga descended from the heavens in response to Bhagirathi's tapas, and she revives the ashes of 60,000 descendants of King Sagara. And then she flows on and becomes a Sagara. So, Sagara, because he is credited for creating the Sagara. And Bhagavan says, I am that Sagara manifestation. Here Acharya gives another meaning and says there are 4 kinds of waters. So ambas means water. What are they? The humans, one kind, devas and asuras and the pitras. The 4 kinds of communities or jivas, we can say. But you are the nidhi, you are the source or the storehouse for all these waters. Yeah? That is another meaning given there. Then Anantatma. Anantatma, Ananta means na anta, limitless. And your Swarupa is free from any limitation. So Vedanta, we talk about the 3-4 limitations. Desha, Kala, Vastu limitation. Desha means any manifestation you take, it will occupy the space here and now, certain amount of space. And then it will be there only for some time, few hours. Even if you take day of Brahma, okay, one kalpa, still it is limited. And then Vastu means, if a jiva is a mosquito, then it is not an elephant. Yeah. So these are the 3 kinds of limitations. But Bhagavan, you are Anantatma. You are everything. You are free from the grip of time, and you are the parent of space. So you are all pervading, and hence Anantatma. Then we have Mahodadhi Shayaha. Mahodadhi Shayaha. How do we break this? Maha Udadhi Shayaha. Shayaha means Shayanam Karoti. The one who is reclining effortlessly where? On the Milky Ocean. This is the Puranic description we get. So the one who is lying effortlessly and peacefully on these waters, Maha Udadi, Milky Ocean. And that is Mahavishnu. This we know very well. But here Shankaracharya says, what is the significance of this description? So this description is standing for the unmanifest causal waters. The causal unmanifest state. And then we have seen Padmanabha, the lotus, and then Brahmadeva has to come as the cosmic mind, Hiranyagarbha, and then the Srishti unfolds. Yeah? So, Bhagavan is depicted in this reclining posture, denoting the causal state. And Bhagavan himself is the Akarta Abhokta Atma. So, this picture describes what? Naishkarmyam. Yeah? Effortlessly, So, Bhagavan is the effortless center of actionlessness despite all the cosmic activities. Mahodadhi Shayaha. Maha Udadi Shayaha. That is, in other words, Bhagavan is beyond the transactional, vyavaharika, ups and downs, appearance, disappearance, and this empirical reality. The Tattva. Then the last nama in the 55th shloka is Antakaha. The ka stands for what verb? Karoti. So the one who anta karoti, puts an end to. So Bhagavan puts an end to means what? Firstly, Bhagavan, as the law of karma, puts an end to the prarabdha. When the allotted lifespan is over, then antakaha, as Lord Yama or Kala Devata, that life comes to an end. No? It can be parantakala for a jnani, but for a jiva, that lifespan is over and ready for the next chapter. The next incarnation or the next the birth is ready for. So why should Bhagavan do this? Because this is a kind of a divine recycling. Yeah? So we see that in the chapter 2, Krishna said, old worn out garments and costumes, they are cast away, and the jiva takes on the new costume of a new body. Yeah? Why? Because the old body, when we see our own body, when it is aging, then we are beginning to understand that it cannot serve the purpose of fulfilling the purusharthas. Yeah? Everything slows down, metabolism slows down. Then at one stage it is not fit for any pursuit. Yeah? And then Antakaha. As Antakaha, there is this divine intervention so that the Jiva Yatra can continue in another birth. Here Acharya gives another meaning also of the Parantakala. So Bhagavan puts an end, Anta, to the life of becoming, samsara. So the freedom from samsara is, the one who frees from samsara is the Antakaha in that meaning also. So these were the namas in this verse. Number 55. Jivo vinayita sakshi mukundo mita vikramaha ambho nidhiranantatma mahodadhishayomtakaha. 56. Ajo maharha swabhavyo jitamitra pramodanaha anando nandano nanda satya dharma trivikramaha anando nandano nanda satya dharma trivikramaha. And here the 10 namas are Ajaha, Maharha, Swabhavyaha, Jitamitraha, Jitamitraha, Pramodanaha, Anandaha, Nandanaha, Nandaha, Satya, Dharma, Trivikramaha. Simple namas here. Ajaha. No? Ajaha must be familiar to all of us. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Chapter 2. Ajaha. Na jayate iti ajaha. But that is not the meaning we take here. So, Ajaha, the famous meaning is unborn. What is unborn? Atma. Yeah? And another meaning of Ajaha is a male goat. Ajaha. No, Aja is female goat, Ajaha is male goat. Here, Acharya Shankaracharya gives a third meaning, a very unusual meaning. And etymologically, he explains, At Jayate iti Ajaha. At, that which has manifested from At Jayate iti Ajaha. Then what is a? What is Akara? So, Shankaracharya stands for Vishnu. Akaro vai Vishnu. There is a statement which says, A is Mahavishnu. Yeah? And what was born of Mahavishnu is Kamadeva, the Lord of desire and love. And that Kamadeva is born to Sri Krishna and Rukmini as Pradyumna. So basically this Ajaha refers to the manifestation of Kamadeva as the desire itself. Kamosmi Bharatarshabha, Dharma Viruddha Kamosmi. Bhagavan has said himself in the Gita that I am desire which is not opposed to Dharma. So that is the meaning we'll take. At means Vishnoho. From that Vishnu who was born. To whom? To Krishna and Rukmini. Yeah? So in short, Bhagavan is the power of desire and love. Yeah? That is the meaning we take here. Then we have Maharhaha. Again here the verb will be Arha. Arha means what? To deserve. Yeah? And Maharhaha means the one who deserves the greatest worship. Mahaha means puja. So Bhagavan is the greatest altar. You know why? Because he does not put conditions. You must give me this much only, 1 kilo of payasam, or 1 vadamalai every day. No, he says, yatha shakti. So you see that, even our rituals, why were the rituals made in the first place? Our rituals are pretty meticulous, right? So, but do we go on performing these meticulous rituals till the end of our life? No. There is a provision which says Yatha Shakti. Yeah? So, that is why initially Pravritti Marga is a young grihini or, young bachelor. We can afford to run about and collect all the materials. Why do we do that? For Chitta Shuddhi. Then later on, when the heart ripens into Nishkama Bhakti, then we see that when there is true, unconditional, non-transactional Bhakti, then whatever we offer is received by Bhagavan. So, because he is Maharhaha, the greatest altar of our puja. Yeah? And so, and that is why, we do these Guru Puja, Pada Puja to our parents, to our Gurus and elders. Why? Because in that moment, they are not our relationships anymore. They are not even human anymore. We invoke the limitless Bhagavan in them. We see only Bhagavan in them. And they also feel that they are connected with that highest principle. And they receive the worship. That is the meaning of the Pada Pujas. Yeah? So, all this worship, go to you and you are Maharhaha. Then Swabhavyaha. Swa-abhavyaha. Swa means independent, one's own. And abhavyaha means that which cannot be conceptualized. There can be no bhavana about it. Who is that? Bhagavan in his Nirguna Paramatatva Swarupaha. So we know this Atma cannot be objectified. Yeah? So if we ask, where is Atma, who is Atma, what is Atma, then the answer is, the one who is asking all these questions is Atma. The Swarupa of the questioner is Atma. So how do I know that? Be still and know that. Just be. Yeah? This is the Ramana Maharishi technique of meditation. Who am I? You sit quietly and raise the question in the mind, who am I? But don't attempt to answer it. Because we will get various answers. I am so and so, I am unhappy, I am anxious, this, that. No. You just stay with the question. And the question will turn around and take us to the very source of the I. And the source of the I is the source of ahankara, buddhi. And that is the Paramatattvam. Yeah? And so there is the understanding in the buddhi guha who I really am when the mind is ready to turn inwards in this kind of meditation. So that is the Svabhavyaha, the independent tattva. Then Jita Mitraha. Jita Mitraha is Jita. Jita means conquered, vanquished. Amitraha. Amitraha means enemy. One who is not a Mitram. So the one Bhagavan who has won over all the enemies, be it internal enemies or external enemies, like Ravana, Shishupala, everybody vanquished by Bhagavan. Because he is a Satya Sandaha. Sankalpa never fails. Then Pramodanaha. Pramodanaha comes from the dhatu mud. Mud means to be joyful. So Pramodaha means ever joyful. Yeah? Now we know that there are degrees of joy described in the Shastras. No? Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Priya means something that is light, dear. Pramoda, Priya, Moda. Moda means comparative, dearer. And Pramoda is Prakarshena Modaha, dearest. Yeah? So there are these degrees of happiness we all experience now and then. To take an example, when it is 45 degrees heat in Telangana, then a thought comes, yesterday I had this thought, how about some nice chocolate chip cone ice cream? So the very thought and that dream of having an ice cream, that is called Moda, Priya. But yesterday I was not successful in getting. So then you send somebody, and then somebody brings it home or you have it home delivered. Then it is Moda. Because now that, that joy has increased, you are about to experience it. And then the first licking and there is a fusion, subject-object fusion, and the ananda you experience is pramoda. Yeah? Now, where did the joy come from? We know the answer. Not from the ice cream, not from that rasagulla, but it came from Ananda Rupa Atma. We attribute it to the external objects and people. That event made me happy. This person, when I'm in his or her company, I'm very joyful. But if that was the case, then it should be relevant for all times. Can we go on having ice cream and go on becoming happy? No. Yeah. So, here Bhagavan says, I am the cause of your happiness. I am the source of all happiness. Experiential happiness, and so Brahmo Danaha. Yeah? That is the nama. Then we have Anandaha. The next three namas, if you notice, are all connected with joy and Ananda. Anandaha, Nandanaha, Nandaha. Dadati. Anandam Dadati and Nandayati, Iti Nandanaha. So, Anandaha is Bhagavan, you are the nature of Ananda. Yeah? Paramananda, At Sarupananda. Then you are the source of happiness. Nandanaha means any happiness we enjoy in the world, it is the source, ultimate source is Bhagavan alone. Yeah? Why? Because when there is a favorable situation, good weather, a very dear person is there, or some delicious sweet is there, rasamalai or something else, gulab jamun, Swamiji's example, then what happens in that moment? The pleased self comes out in me. Yeah? But if there is a disgruntled person, bad weather is there, the pleased self is not going to come out. No? So, what we all want is, we want that Ananda. And that Ananda only Bhagavan can bring out. Yeah. So that is meant here in all these words, Anandaha, Nandanaha and Nandaha. Nandaha also, Acharya gives another meaning, that is one who is abundantly endowed. Like the Nanda. Nanda is the father of Sri Krishna, no? In Gokul. So the one who is very rich and wealthy and also is donating. That is also another name, Nanda. Then the last nama, not the last but one, Satya Dharma. Satya means truth, and Dharma are the gunas. And we have seen Bhagavan is praised as the one with the 6 gunas or bhagas, no? Aishwarya, Shri, Yashas, Balam, Vairagyam, like that, Jnanam. So one who has the 6 dharmas in absolute measure is Satya Dharma. That is one meaning. Second meaning is, dharma's meaning is Swarupa. So the one whose Swarupa is what? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That you are all this. You are Satyam, free from time. You are Jnana Swarupaha and you are limitless, Ananta. And so, Satya Dharma. That is, you are the invariable, changeless, constant. Yeah? Then we have the last nama, very, very familiar, Trivikramaha. So this has come before, and Trivikramaha is referring to Vamana Avatara, who took the 3 huge strides. No? Just in 2 strides, he covered all the lokas, Bhuloka, heavens, all the lokas. And the 3rd step he places on Mahabali, and that is the symbolizing the ahankara, the I notion. See, a renunciate, when we renounce, a sadhu can say, oh, I gave up my career, I gave up my family, my home, my property, my country. But I continues. Yeah? Yena tyajati tat tyaja. One Shastra, Mahabharatam says, Yena tyajati tat tyaja. You keep saying I. Inquire, who is that I? You have to give up that also. So, the 3rd step of Vamana Avatara refers to the Ahankara, symbolized by the head of Mahabali. Yeah? And the 3 steps also refer to the 3 bodies, the 3 avasthas, all that when we negate or when we understand and cross over, then we attain the Trivikramaha. So that is this profound meaning of this beautiful story, Vamana Avatara story. Ajo Maharha Swabhavyo Jita Mitra Pramodanaha Anando Nandano Nanda Satya Dharma Trivikramaha. Next, 57. Maharshi Kapilacharya Kritajño Medini Patihi. Maharshi Kapilacharya Kritajño Medini Patihi. Tripadastridashadhyaksho Mahashinga Kritantakrit. Mahashinga Kritantakrit. Only 7 namas here. Maharshihi Kapilacharyaha. Together, 1 nama. Kritajñaha Medini Patihi. Tripadastri Dashadhyakshaha. They we will split it as Tripadaha and 3 Dashadhyakshaha, Mahashringaha and Kritanta Krit. So here we have the first nama is referring to the great sage Kapila. You must have heard of Kapila Muni. So, the great sage Kapilacharya was a great rishi. So, Maharshi is the adjective describing Kapilacharya, an acharya, but a manifestation of Mahavishnu and born to Kardama and Devahuti. So, considered an incarnation of Narayana is Kapilacharya, who has given the science or the Shastra of pure consciousness called Sankhya. And that knowledge, he actually teaches his own mother, Devahuti. So that is the great sage Kapilacharya who taught the entire Vedanta Shastra to his own mother. In fact, when we see the Gita, there are so many Gitas, Uddhava Gita, Vashishta Gita, Shruti Gita, and Kapila Gita also. So Gita does not mean song. Gita means Upadesha. So the Upadesha given, from by Krishna to Arjuna is our Gita, Bhagavad Gita. But Uddhava Gita comes in the Bhagavatam. That many Gitas are there, and the knowledge imparted by the sage to his own mother is available in the Kapila Gita. I have not studied that. There is a Ashtavakra Gita, very advanced. Ashtavakra is a beautiful story about how Ashtavakra means the 8 forms of deformities of this child born to a father. And then the father actually disowns the son. And the son then comes back and gives a discourse. He says, you see only the physical deformities, but you see the shining Atma, equally in you and me, like that. So that there is another Ashtavakra Gita, like that. Then the next Nama we have is Kritatnyaha. You all know the word Kritatnyata. Kritatnyata means gratitude. Yeah. Kritatnyata, here Kritam means that which is created, done. What is done in this context of Vishnu Sahasranama? Jagat. What is created by Bhagavan? Kritam, Jagat. Always Kritam will be Jagat in this context. And Nyaha, Janati iti Nyaha. The one who knows the entire Jagat. Means the one who does not forget any bit of the world. So Bhagavan creates and does not abandon the world. Creates all the skills and the resources, infrastructure, and takes care of the whole Srishti to perform its cycle. So he is Kritatnyaha. Yeah? The knower of the Jagat. The Nyaha of the Kritam. Yeah? So, when we have this Kritatnyata, nowadays psychologists are saying we must have a gratitude journal and write all that we are grateful for, So at the end of the day, we can do the small exercise. I do a mental 2-minute thing. I am grateful for everything today, all that was given by Bhagavan. Definitely life and the breath and this day was enjoyed by us. And whatever opportunities came today, even the difficult situations, we have learned something from it. So when we do that, then we clear the mind of all these vrittis. And then we are ready to have a nice deep sleep. Yeah. So here, Acharya Shankaracharya gives the name of Sri Rama, mentions Sri Rama and says how Sri Rama remembers each and every contribution of even the squirrels and the great Vanaras, and how he blesses all of them after the conquest and victory over Ravana. Yeah. So that is who Kritatnyaha is. The one who never forgets anything good done, but who forgets anything bad done, which is more challenging. We are not able to forget. But here this is a beautiful Nama, Kritatnyaha. Then Medini Patihi. Patihi again is the Lord, the Bharta, the one who protects. And what is Medini? Earth. So we have these Pauranika stories about how Bhagavan takes avatars like Varaha to protect the earth from sinking in the waters and bringing it to the surface. Yeah? And so Lord of the earth. So here Shankaracharya also says, we may take pride and we can have property papers with us, to show the proof that I own this land, this property, so many acres. But who does it really belong to? Bhagavan. It may have belonged to our ancestors and before that to their forefathers. But ultimately, it is Bhagavan's property. He is Medini Patihi. Then we have Tripadaha. Tripadaha, the one who has 3 steps. Pada means patyate anena, patyate gamyate iti padam. That which is gained is a padam. No? Steps by which I gain something. So again, one meaning is Trivikramaha, no? Who had the 3 steps. No? But here Acharya gives the meaning, and that is Tripadaha refers to the one who manifests as the 3 states, avasthas, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana. Now, how Bhagavan assumes the state of Veka, Vishwaha, then Taijasaha, dreamer, and then causal state as the Prajna, the invariable constant, common denominator. No? And that Bhagavan is called Turiyam in the Pandukya Upanishad. And here it is Tripadaha. So whether you take 3 bodies or 3 avasthas or 3 lokas, no? Who is the one who is to be gained? Who is the truth of all these 3 is Tripadaha or you, Bhagavan. Then Tridashadhyakshaha, similar meaning. 3 in Sanskritam also means 3 in English. 3 and 3. Dasha is avastha, a stage or a state. And Adhyakshaha means supervisor or the president, the overseer. So again, this Tridashadhyakshaha refers to what? Avasthatraya Sakshi, the invariable Sakshi, the changeless, constant, which is accompanying or present in every state. That is the Tridashadhyakshaha. Then we have Mahashringaha. Maha is great and Shringaha means a horn. So we know that Bhagavan has manifested in various ways. Some of them with horns. That is in the Varaha, or Matsya Avatara also. And we can read their stories, how they had certain missions to accomplish. And so this is praising those avatars. And Acharya Shankaracharya also refers to Mahashringaha as, look at the Himalayas. They peaks. Do they not look like horns? So the great peaked Himalaya or the Mount Meru or the North Pole, they stand as like horns. So they are also referred to as Mahashringaha. Then the last nama here is Kritanta Krit. Kritanta Krit means the one who is praised as an Antakrit. Antakrit means Antam Karoti, the one who brings an end. End to what? The first word, Kritam. And we just saw Kritam means Jagat. Anything manifested in the Jagat is Kritam. And the one who puts an end. And we know that, what does putting an end mean in the context of Shastras? Withdrawing, Samhara Kala. We see that in history, history is, witness to so many invasions, So man is able to destroy, be an Antakrit for temples, libraries, buildings, monuments. In the past, we have read about it. We are witnessing even now. Temples are being destroyed. But Bhagavan does not demolish in this way. He simply withdraws, holds back the Srishti in a safe custody, causal state, only to return back the Srishti in the next cycle. So that is the Kritantakrit feature of Bhagavan that is praised here. So in these namas, we see Maharshi Kapilacharyaha Kritajno Medinipatihi Tripadastri Dashadhyakshaha Mahashringa Kritantakrit. We'll do one more today. Mahavaraho Govinda Mahavaraho Govindaha Sushena Kanakangadi Sushena Kanakangadi Guhyo Gabhiro Gahano Guhyo Gabhiro Gahano Guptas Chakra Gadadharaha Guptaschakra The 9 namas here are Mahavaraha, Govindaha, Sushinaha, Kanakangadi, Guhyaha, Gabhiraha, Gahanaha, Guptaha and Chakragadadharaha. 9 namas. Mahavaraha. It has come before definitely, and there's only one unambiguous meaning as the manifestation of the Varaha Avatara. The Varaha Avatara, in where Bhagavan has rescued the earth from that Pralaya Kana waters. Then Govindaha. I told you this Go Shabda has many meanings. Go Mata, cow. Then Go is earth, Gam. No? And then Go also means Shabda, speech. So Shankaracharya says Vani, or speech. So the Govinda is made of these two words. One is Go and one is Vind. The Vind dhatu means what? Vindati means to attain, to gain. So Govinda refers to the one who is gained by Go. Which Go we will take? The Go Shabdartha. The words. And what words? Shruti, Agama, the Veda Shabda. So the nature of Bhagavan can only be attained or revealed or understood by the Shastras. And what kind of Shastras? The Mahavakya of Vedanta. That is the Shruti Pramanaha. Even Bhagavan says from the Gita also, Imam Vivaspate Yogam Praptavan, like that. How I taught to Vivaswan, the same Shastra. And I am to be known by the Shastras, and I am the creator of the Shastras also. So, Go refers to the Shastra like Gita, Upanishads, Prakaranas, anything that reveals the nature of Bhagavan, by which Vindati, Bhagavan is attained. Then we have Sushenaha. Sushenaha means the one with the most excellent army. Su means very good, excellent, and Sena. And due to Sandhi, it becomes Sushenaha. So Sushenaha means Bhagavan who has the most greatest army, like with Vishwakrama, army of gods, and they comprise of devatas, all these yakshas and Gandharvas. So you govern the world through your excellent armies. And so the armies are, kind of symbolic also. We know that the symbolic, devatas, they take care of the natural phenomenon. So those natural forces, personified as devatas, all comprise the army, Sena of Bhagavan, and he is praised as Sushenaha. Then Kanakangadi. Interesting nama. Kanaka, is gold, Kanakam. And Angadi is the arm bracelet. The jewelry. So Bhagavan is praised as the one with golden armlets, which can also refer to Mahalakshmi. The one who is endowed with the grace of Mahalakshmi is Kanakangadi, the one who has Mahalakshmi. Then we have a list of namas we've noticed all about how unfathomable Bhagavan is. Guhyaha, Gabhiraha. Gabhira is really Gambhiraha. Then Gahanaha, Guptaha. All this is from that dhatu Gup. Gup means to hide, that which is hidden, secret, rahasyam. So Guhyaha means Bhagavan is a rahasya, secret. And even the Vedas talk about that. Guhyatamam Shastram Idam. So, you see the Upanishads, we have done a couple of Upanishads now. And we see that a lot of churning has to happen. Like how butter is hidden in curd. It cannot be seen. So it has to be churned to bring it out. So when we do Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasnam, with the help of an Acharya or a Guru, then that hidden nature of Bhagavan surfaces in my mind. Yeah. So here, as Guhyaha means that you are Guhyaha and you have to be unlocked by the Guru. For whom? For a Adhikari student. So even though Bhagavan is a secret, but it is an open secret. No, Tattvamasi. In my Buddhi Guha, the eye is shining. But if I'm if I'm extroverted and very in pursuit of worldly occupations, then it remains a closed secret. I cannot open it. But when the mind has turned around and gained viveka, vairagya, then I can penetrate into, the recesses of the heart and find the shining Atma Tattva. So even though Guhyaha, but depends on, the nature of the mind. And that is why Bhagavan is said to be in the Buddhi Guha or the Hrit Pundarika. And this Mahavakya Tattvamasi is can be understood only by a Samskrita Manas. The Manas that is purified and made steady and one-pointed can only receive this Upanishad Vakyas. And that is why you are Guhyaha. In fact, Gita, we saw again chapter 2, this how Bhagavan says, Ascharyavat Paschati Kaschidenam. This Atma Tattvam is an Ascharya because it is right here, 24/7 available, but we miss it. Missing the obvious. And what is the obstructing factor? Manas. If it is a Prakrita, extroverted Manas, we miss it. Samskrita Manas, we gain more and more knowledge of the Atma, and hence Guhyaha. Then we have Gabhiraha. And Gabhiraha means Gambhiraha, which means profound. Yeah? So, here Bhagavan is praised as, the one who is so deep, who is so profound that we cannot know his nature like the ocean. Yeah? And the next Nama also the same thing, Gahanaha. Gahanaha means impenetrable. No, we have the Vakya in Gita, Gahana Karmano Gati. No, we are not able to figure out, if I do this, what will happen, what will not happen. Gahana Karmano Gatihi. Yeah? And so the ocean is Gahanaha. And they say the woman's mind is also Gahanaha. They say in the language that one cannot understand how the women think and, any mind, not only the woman's mind. Mind is an ocean by itself, and only 1/7 is known to us as the conscious mind. How we get up in the morning and then we are kind of a slave to our habits, because there is a conditioning and the mind is moving along those grooves, chai, coffee, now this, now that. The moment we try to break a habit, how difficult it is. Yeah. So here Bhagavan is praised as the one who is, shining in the Panchamahakoshas, as though veiled and locked up in the Panchamahakoshas and the three bodies. And he is Gahanaha, Guhyaha, Guptaha. The next word, Guptaha, means well hidden. No? Well hidden means because Bhagavan is not an object. No? And it is to be matter to be understood. Dhyana vastita tatkatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha. Dhyana shloka of the Gita says that only by dhyanam I can come close to you and understand the Atma Tattvam. Yeah? So because Bhagavan is aprameyaha, not easily visible, available for the Pancha Pramanas, so Bhagavan is as though hidden. And the Gita, we have seen that, even when Vedanta is taught, to students, still one may not understand it for years. Why? Because lack of adhikaritvam or Samskrita Manas. That is the only, thing that can obstruct. Yeah? And now we come to the last nama, Chakra Gada Dharaha. A familiar nama again, referring to the Upasya Murti here. For Upasana, Saguna Brahma Dhyana, we need a form, and a very pleasing form. So, Bhagavan is invoked as Chaturbhuja Narayana, and in one arm he has a chakra, Sudarshana chakra, then the Gada, and then there is, a hand raised very auspiciously with Ma Shachaha, do not fear, and another arm shows downwards to the feet. The feet symbolizing come to me, Sharanam Vraja. And one arm is Sharanam Vraja, one is Ma Shachaha. So, and chakra, Sudarshana chakra is, taken to be the time principle. The time principle, and Gada is dharma. Or Acharya Shankaracharya gives another interpretation. Chakra is our manas, which is constantly going round and round and round. And Gada is the intellect. When finally we decide and conclude, it's like that strong mace, that can deliver something very conclusive. So all these meanings are there. Why? Because manas, buddhi, whether it is time or dharma, it is to discipline the mind. So that is why gods and goddesses in our traditions, they have all these weapons, weapons to, punish, in the sense, discipline the mind, and to make the mind come closer to Bhagavan. So, Chakra Gada Dharaha, is the one Murti, beautiful Murti of Bhagavan, where there is the Abhaya Mudra. Abhaya Mudra, and then there is the assurance that Bhagavan is the all protecting Patihi of the whole Jagat. So that is our 58th verse here. Mahavaraho Govinda Sushena Kanakangadi Guhyo Gabhiro Gahano Gupta Chakra Gadadharaha. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithivi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Shobharahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritangamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.